Good morning, children. This is the lecture for class 6, and the chapter is chapter number 3, the cell. So, as we have already started the chapter in the Google Meet class, so I am sending you the video also. So, children, as we have already discussed, this is the chapter in which we are going to study about the cell. Now, first question arises here, what is a cell? So, as we know, children, our body, that is also made up of a cell. So, same way, we also have cells, that is the basic unit in our life. Same way, other organisms also have the basic unit in their life, that is also a cell. Now, for example, we want to make a house. Suppose we want to make a house. Now, for making a house, what we are going to do? We are going to do, first we have to make the walls of that house. Before making the wall, what we have to do? We have to take bricks. Suppose it is a brick. Now we are going to join many bricks together. When many bricks attach together, then there is a formation of a wall. So when one wall will be formed, then we are going to form the other wall. Then the other 4 walls we are going to make. Then we are going to make the roof. Then the house will be ready. So that single brick, what is that single brick? That single brick acts as a cell. So as the different cell in the organisms also, cell they combine together, then they form a tissue. When the tissues combine together, they form a organ. And when then organ combine together, they form a organ system. So same way you can see in your picture book also, these are the bricks. Now these bricks combine together, then there is a formation of a wall. Same way, if you see a cell of a leaf. So these single cells, small cell having a dot, that dot is a nucleus inside the cell. So they combine together, then they form a tissue. And tissues combine together, then they form a organ. Organ combine together, they form a organ system. So same way, if we want to, we have to write the definition of the cell. So what we are going to write? What is a cell? Cell are the basic unit of life. Or a cell is the smallest unit of life which has a definite structure and it performs a specific function. So these are the simple definitions we can write about the cell. Now there's the question arises, how much is the number of cell? How many cells? What is the shape of the cell? What is the size of the cell that is present in our body? So if we are going to talk about the number of cell, the size of the cell, so the organisms, they are made up of only, some of the organisms, they are made up of only a single cell. Some of the organisms, they are made up of many cells. So if we talk about their number, so it depends on the number. It depends on the organisms, that it is a single cellular organism or whether it is a multicellular organism. So as you can see in the picture, this is the picture of the amoeba. So in this picture, when amoeba is, it is a single cell organism. So single cell organisms, they are also called as unicellular organisms. So unicellular organisms means which are made up of only one cell. Just like amoeba, paramecium, euglena, chlamydomonas and bacteria, that examples you all have to learn. 2 examples already they have given in the book. So the organisms which are made up of only one cell are called unicellular organisms, and any of the 2 examples you can learn. Now this is a amoeba. This is a single cell organism. What are the structures that are present inside the amoeba is, one is the nucleus, another is the cytoplasm, and outer wall is the cell membrane. This is present in the amoeba. If we consider about euglena, it is also a single cellular organism. It contains a nucleus, the cytoplasm, the outer cell wall is present. But other than that, many other this apparatus of the cell, they are also present inside the organism. But still, it is a unicellular organism. Its body doesn't have any other parts. Only the main parts present in the body is nucleus and the cytoplasm as well as the cell. So these 2 examples of the unicellular organism. Now, if we talk about many multicellular organisms, so the organisms which are made up of many cells, they are called multicellular organisms. So, multicellular organisms like us, we are the human beings and we are multicellular. In our body, we have many cells. Just like plants, trees, they all have many cells in their body. Just like elephant is a big organism. So it has many cells in its body. So if any organism contain many cells, that is called a multicellular. If it contain only a one cell, it is called as a unicellular organism. So these structures you have to draw in your copies, that I will tell you when you have to draw. Now if we consider about the shape, so the cells, they are made up of different types of they have the different shapes. They may have the circular shape, they may have the this rectangular shape, they may have a different type of structures. As we have seen in case of amoeba is also a cell, but it doesn't have any particular structure. So the cells, according to their functions, they have the different structure, they have the different functions. So same way, if we talk about the cell, so the cells, if we talk about their shape, the shape of the cell, the cells are made up of different types of shapes according to their functions. Now you can see in your book also, there are some cells shown in your book, just like neurons, red blood cell, smooth muscle cell, epithelial cell, white blood cell. Now you can see, if red blood cells are there, they have the oval shape. If white blood cells are there, they have the circular shape. If nerve cell is there, the nerves are present in our body. If nerve cell is there, so nerve cell has a elongated shape. Epithelial cell, they are made up of many type of small cells. If muscle cells is there, they have a elongated structure where both the ends are close, both the ends are pointed. They are just like a spindle. So they have the different structures. Accordingly, they have the different functions also. If we talk about the nerve cell, it has the elongated structure. So what is the function of the nerve cell? Nerve cells receive and transmit message between brain and other parts of the body. Whereas if we talk about the red blood cell, so red blood cell, what they do? They combine the oxygen with them. Oxygen get combined with the red blood cell, and then that oxygen is passing to other parts of the body. White blood cells, they are responsible for providing us immunity. Epithelial cell, they form the outer walls in the cell. Muscle cell, they have the function of contraction and expansion. So accordingly, their function is different, their shape is different, and the sizes also depend in which body they are present. So the organisms, they have the different shapes of the cell, they have the different size of the cell, and the cells, they perform different functions. Now coming to the next topic, the size. As we have already studied that the cells, they are of different shape and size. So the cells, they have different sizes. The cell in non-living organisms may be small, maybe millionth of meter long, or it can be a few centimeter long. So a small cell, very small cell, these are the microscopic cell, we can't see with our naked eye. For just looking those cells, we want a microscope. So the smallest cell is the mycoplasma, and its size is approximate 0.1 meters, that you have to learn. Okay, and the other biggest cell, that's like the ostrich egg, that is 17 centimeter long. So it is the biggest cell. So the small cell, we can't see with our naked eye, they are very small in size. So we need a microscope to see them. Just like, for example, the muscle cell in animals are a few centimeter long, and the nerve cells are more than 1 meter long. If we talk about the muscle cell, the muscle cells are very small in size, but the nerve cells, they are very long in size. They are thin, nerve cells are thin, So they can only be seen with the help of microscope. Although nerve cell is the big cell, but it is very thin in size because it is a long cell. So for seeing that, for looking that cell also, we need a microscope. Some cells easily can be seen, just like the hen's egg, ostrich egg. They are bigger in size, so easily they can be seen with the help of our eyes. So the shape, size and the structure of the cell, it depends on their function as well as the kind of organisms in which they are present. Next is the basic structure of the cell. Now we are going to study the basic structure of the cell. So before starting the topic, I will show you one diagram that is in your book, that is on page number 50. These are the two cells. Okay, now what we are going to study, the basic structure of the cell. These both are cell. As I have told you, just like a brick. When we make a wall, we use first a brick. So brick is a single cell. So same way, this is a single cell of an organism. This is a single cell of a plant. This is a single cell of an animal. So we are going to study about these cells today. What are the structures present inside the cell and what are their function, as well as the differences between the plant cell and the animal cell that we are going to study today in this video. So the basic things that we are going to study now is the plant animal cell and the plant cell. First of all, we are going to study the same these organelles present in the cell. Now if I have used a word organelles. Organelles means inside, these are the small organelles present inside the cell. Now organelles, just like the mitochondria is there, ribosomes are there. Okay, I will show you in the book. The lysosomes, Golgi bodies, ribosomes, endoplasmic reticulum, smooth endoplasmic reticulum, as well as mitochondria, Golgi body, nucleus, centriole, microtubules, many things are there. So these all are the organelles of the cell. So these organelles, what are they and what type of functions they perform, that we are going to start now. Now the first thing that is given in your book, as you can see, these cells from outer side, they are covered with a wall, just like we have the wall in our house. So the cells, they also have a wall in their side. Now you can see this blackish line, it is the wall of the cell. Same way you can see in the plant cell also, there is a wall, but you can see this is a double layered. So outer one is the cell wall, inner one is the cell membrane. Outer one is the cell wall and inside that this is a cell membrane. So first difference we have got here, that animal cell has only the cell membrane and the plant cells, they have the cell wall as well as the cell membrane. So cell wall is absent in case of animal cell. Okay, now what is a cell wall? The question arises here, what is a cell wall? What is a cell wall and what is a cell membrane? So that we are going to discuss now in the topic. So we have the topic already given in your book. What is a cell wall? This topic you have on your page number 46. So what is a cell wall? Cell wall, as I have told you, that it is a thick wall. Cell wall, it is a thick wall present in a cell. Very thick wall present in a cell. And this cell wall, it is made up of a material that is called cellulose. Okay, it is made up of cellulose. And what is its function? The function of the cell wall is that it gives strength, okay, shape and support to the cell. It gives strength, support and shape to the cell. This topic I am continuing in my second part of this video.